In November 1944, a U.S. reconnaissance pilot vanished while flying over the mountains of northern Thailand. His aircraft was never found. His name faded into the long list of 72,000 American soldiers still missing from World War II. For nearly 8 decades, there were no answers, until an unexpected discovery inside a flood-damaged Thai archive revealed a clue. A single page that would reopen a mystery the world had forgotten. Late 1944, the Pacific War was entering its final brutal phase. Allied bombers struck Japanese supply lines across Burma and Thailand. Reconnaissance pilots, flying unarmed, unescorted, captured critical photos before major raids. One of them was piloting a Lockheed P-38 Lightning, the F-5E variant, a fast, twin-engine aircraft stripped of guns to carry cameras instead of bullets. That day, he never returned. U.S. reports only say, last contact over northern Thailand. Status, missing in action. November 1944, somewhere over Lampang Province, Thailand. His squadron searched for days. No radio calls, no wreckage, no sign of the pilot. He had vanished, one more name added to the war's long list of missing souls. When the war ended, families of missing pilots clung to hope. They wrote letters, asked questions, searched archives, but most never got answers. The jungles of Southeast Asia held their secrets tightly. Planes that went down in remote mountains were often never seen again. Thousands of American aircraft were lost in the China-Burma-India theater. Many went down over dense jungle terrain, where recovery was nearly impossible. Time, weather, and nature erased the evidence. For decades, the pilot remained a name on a memorial. No grave, no closure. Nearly 70 years later, in 2011, disaster struck Thailand again, this time not from war, but from nature. Severe flooding overwhelmed the capital, Bangkok, submerging entire neighborhoods, and with them, the archives of the Royal Thai Air Force Museum. Among the volunteers who came to help was a retired Air Chief Marshal, Sakpinit Promtep. The handwritten Thai police report described a plane crash in Lampang Province, a foreign aircraft hit by lightning that fell into the forest. It even mentioned a 2-engine plane, likely American. When Promtep contacted U.S. officials, the Defense POW-MIA accounting agency, known as the DPAA, took immediate interest. Their records listed a pilot who had vanished over the same region on the same day. Aircraft type, F-5E, reconnaissance version of the P-38. Mission, photo run over northern Thailand. Weather, thunderstorms reported. The connection was undeniable. Nearly 80 years later, history had finally given investigators a direction. In early 2022, a joint U.S.-Thai team traveled to Mekua village in Lampang Province. Local villagers guided them to the forest where the crash was said to have occurred. After careful surveys, metal detectors began to ping, small readings at first, then stronger. Fragments of twisted aluminum began to emerge from the soil. They uncovered aircraft debris consistent with a P-38, fragments of the engine and fuselage. Then, something far more personal. Human remains, bone fragments, and teeth. Once recovered, the remains were taken to Utapao Air Base in Rayong Province. There, a solemn ceremony was held. Soldiers from both nations stood in silence as a flag-draped casket was lifted aboard a transport aircraft. For many, it was more than a military ritual. It was a promise kept, a message that even after 80 years, the United States still brings its fallen home. In Hawaii, forensic experts began the painstaking process of identifying the remains. DNA testing, dental records, and biological markers are compared to family reference samples. The process can take months, sometimes years, but every match matters. The agency's motto says it all: until they are home. The discovery of the Lampung pilot is more than a story of luck. It's a testament to human persistence. A retired Thai officer saving flood-damaged papers, a U.S. agency still investigating cases decades later, and a promise that spans generations. It's a reminder that history isn't static. Sometimes the past speaks when we least expect it, through a document, a relic, or a survivor's memory. For the villagers of Mekua, the crash site is now a place of remembrance, a silent witness to a global conflict that once reached even their quiet hills. In the end, a single handwritten page, preserved through war and flood, bridged 80 decades of silence. Somewhere, a family may soon hear the words they've waited for since 1944. Your loved one has been found.